Hey everyone, welcome back to The Real Side, the place where we explore the scariest corners of cinema. Tonight we're diving straight into the nightmares of 2025. This year has been an incredible year for horror. Directors didn't hold back. We've got cursed toys, haunted houses, sinister spirits, and even vampires with a musical twist. Now, before we get started, let me ask you, which horror movie in 2025 scared you the most? Drop your answer in the comments, and let's see which one really had us all checking under our beds at night. Alright, dim the lights, grab a blanket, and get ready, because here are the top 5 scariest movies of 2025. And trust me, by the end of this list, you might regret watching this in the dark. Number 5, Good Boy. Kicking off our list at number 5, we've got Good Boy. This one is unique because it tells the entire haunted house story from the perspective of a dog. Yeah, you heard me right. The POV of Indy, a loyal dog trapped inside a home with something sinister. Now, imagine how terrifying the world looks through a dog's senses. Sounds are louder, shadows move differently, and danger feels constant. That's exactly what Good Boy nails. One of the creepiest moments? Indy staring down a long hallway. The light flickers, the air goes silent, and suddenly, a shadow darts across. Indy barks, but we, the audience, can feel that something unnatural is right there. It's not bloody. It's not filled with cheap jump scares. But the tension is so thick you can cut it with a knife. And the scariest part? You start feeling just as vulnerable as Indy. Critics have praised this one for its originality. And honestly, it's a fresh reminder that horror doesn't always have to be about gore. Sometimes, it's about perspective. And from a dog's point of view, humans aren't always the top of the food chain. Number 4, House on Eden. At number 4, we're heading into the world of found footage with House on Eden. This film proves that you don't need millions of dollars to scare the life out of people. Made on a tiny budget, it follows a group of explorers who stumble across a house deep in the woods, and the spirit that refuses to let them leave. The raw, shaky camera work makes you feel like you're right there with them. You see what they see, you hear what they hear, and worst of all, you don't see what they don't see. One unforgettable scene takes place in the basement. The flashlight beam catches something swaying in the dark. Maybe fabric, maybe a figure. Then the sound cuts out. Silence, a single creak. Then, bam! The screen jolts and you're left gasping. What makes House on Eden so terrifying is its authenticity. Feels real, like someone actually found this footage and uploaded it. And that is the type of horror that stays with you long after the credits roll. Number 3, Weapons. Number 3 is Weapons. And let me tell you, this movie shook audiences everywhere. Directed by Zach Kreger, Weapons isn't your typical horror flick. It's a mystery, a psychological thriller, and a nightmare all rolled into one. The central story? 17 children mysteriously vanish from the same classroom. The film doesn't just follow one character. It jumps across perspectives. Teachers, detectives, parents, each with their own secrets. And here's the terrifying part. The truth behind the disappearance is far darker than anyone expects. There's one scene that still gives me chills. A teacher walks through the empty classroom at night. Backpacks scattered, notebooks open, chairs overturned. Then the chalkboard slowly starts erasing itself. A whisper echoes, and for just a second, a shadowy figure flickers in the hallway. The tension builds and builds until the reveal. And no spoilers, but trust me, it's one of the most disturbing twists in modern horror. Weapons isn't just scary, it's smart. It forces you to question what you're watching, who you're trusting, and whether the real horror is supernatural or human. Number 2, Sinners. Coming in at number 2 is Ryan Coogler's bold and unforgettable horror musical Sinners. Yeah, you heard that right, it's a horror musical. But don't roll your eyes, because Sinners manages to mix hauntingly beautiful songs with some of the most terrifying vampire imagery in years. The story dives into sin, guilt, and redemption, using vampirism as a metaphor. It's gothic, it's operatic, and it's absolutely chilling. There's a church scene that might just be the scariest of the year. Candles flicker. A low chant begins. And then, out of the shadows, a vampire steps forward, eyes glowing, fangs glistening. The choir's song rises as the vampire lunges. And in that moment, you're torn between being horrified and being mesmerized. What makes Sinners so scary isn't just the blood and violence. It's the weight of morality. It forces you to ask, who's really the monster here? The vampire? Or the humans who worship sin in silence? This one isn't for everyone. Some people were shocked, some walked out. But if you're looking for horror that's stylish, meaningful, and nightmare fuel, Sinners earns its spot. Number 1, The Monkey. And finally, the scariest movie of 2025. Number 1 is The Monkey, directed by Osgood Perkins. Based on Stephen King's chilling short story, this film is pure nightmare fuel. The premise? A wind-up monkey toy that claps its cymbals. And every time it does, someone dies. Sounds simple? Sure. But the execution? Absolutely horrifying. There's one scene that has already gone down as iconic. A character wakes up in the middle of the night. The monkey is sitting across the room. Slowly, click, clang, click, clang. The cymbals echo in the silence. The character's breathing quickens. And then, snap, the lights cut out. A scream pierces the dark. And when the screen flashes back, the victim's body is twisted in ways you can't unsee. The deaths are creative, brutal, and unforgettable. But what makes The Monkey the year's scariest film is how it worms its way into your brain. From now on, anytime you see a toy, you'll wonder if it's watching you, waiting to strike. Critics have called it cruel, clever, and unrelenting. And honestly, they're right. The Monkey is the definition of 2025 horror. Smart, shocking, and guaranteed to keep you awake at night. So there you have it, the top 5 scariest movies of 2025. From the loyal eyes of a haunted dog in Good Boy to the cursed toy of the monkey. This year proved that horror is alive, thriving, and scarier than ever. Which one of these movies messed you up the most? Or did I miss one that deserves to be on this list? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing your takes. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you never miss our deep dives into the world of horror. Until next time, remember this: horror doesn't always stay on the screen. Sometimes, it follows you home. Sleep tight, if you can.